I am given to understand that you're from Thomas Cook and you're heading HR there, right?
That's
so,
right.
Okay, I just like to formally introduce myself. I'm Chan Tandon, taking care of finance here. So, I just wanted to know exactly what are the challenges that you're facing in your HR field. Like, it's ever developing, there's a lot of evolution that's happening. So, what are the key challenges that you're facing?
So one of the perennial problems which has been there for a long time and continues to be there is getting the right talent.
Right.
So while institutes such as yours do have talented professionals who come in, they tend to have knowledge which is from the books.
Okay.
They are fairly skilled and knowledgeable on what they have learnt in the institute. But actually practically applying it in the workplace takes time.
Okay.
And if there was something which could move their campus to the corporate very quickly, that would be extremely desirable for us.
Okay.
Also, when people go in for their projects, they tend to work in project areas which are not related to their final career choices. I think one of the things that individuals need to do is really make their choices and work in those fields, so that is in kind of experience for us when we are recruiting. So if I was recruiting somebody who had a travel background, I would be more interested rather than somebody who's worked in a manufacturing company.
Okay.
So that makes a lot of difference. The second thing that today's world is the individuals are not sort of very committed to the work.
Okay.
They tend to look at instant gratification rather than the long-term development. And organizations, including mine, face challenges in that area. A third area of challenge that we face is we need a global workforce.
Okay.
And a lot of the individuals that come out of institutes need to be culturally migrated to a global workforce. And that.
So when you say global workforce and culturally integrated to that, so what do you think that these schools like ours, like we are having mentoring sessions with the corporates, we're having constant corporate trainings, we are doing personality development, all these kind of things. So what should more be done at our end so that that gap can be bridged?
So I would say that one of the key things that people need to do on campus is have a lot more of interaction with corporate. So
Okay.
just an interaction in the form of, let's say, 1 or 2 seminars that they have is just not enough. It's important that when they go for their projects, they share that experience. So what tends to happen is person A goes to a project in company X, somebody else goes to another. They experience it, but they don't share their experiences of what they've learned in the corporate with others. Each corporate has its own tradition, its own culture, and different ways which people can learn from. We don't leverage on that in institutes. The second thing is when you have academicians, they have come from years of training in an institute. You need to have a lot more exposure to guest faculty. Because and guest faculty should talk more about experiential learning rather than academics, because academics, you all are the gurus in that. We experience things and we learn to do things on the job. Things like risk taking, decision making, all those need to be problem solving. All those are actually models which they need to learn when they come in, and that's what we would expect.
Right. So my last question to you would be that how was your experience at NDIM, and what are your views about the symposium that you
I think I had a
attended?
wonderful time. One is the exposure to your faculty, who was really, really warm, welcoming, and gave viewpoints which were very interesting. The Pepperdine University, it's a different perspective. They shared their perspective. We also had other people on the panel who are the people from practitioners from other industries. So personally, I had a great time.
Okay. Thank you. It was a pleasure talking to you, ma'am. Thank you so much.